Thank you, ma'am. I'd like to invite Mr. Sushant Kindra, COO, Apollo Primary Care, to kindly felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Sriram Iyer, CEO, Apollo Health and Lifestyle Limited. Thank you, sir. Guest iconic Sania Mirza.
Please. Thank you so much. Good morning, almost good afternoon to everyone. It's always a pleasure for me to come back to Delhi. I've had some very special memories here. Actually, a small anecdote, when I was actually 12 years old, I won the nationals here in under 14, under 16, and that was the day that I actually decided that I wanted tennis to be my profession. And that happened here in Delhi, and we used to come here every year. So it's always very, very special to come back to Delhi for me. And it's more special to come back to Apollo, which in many ways has been almost a family hospital for us back home in Hyderabad. But also to come here, you know, Apollo has been trusted by so many people over the years and the legacy that it carries. So it's truly an honor for me to be here. So thank you so much for having me amongst you all. Very, very intelligent people who save lives. I feel like sometimes we get so many credits as athletes, but the real heroes are you guys, and you know, not enough is said for that. So thank you. It's truly an honor for me to be here. As a sports person, obviously I have understood the meaning of health and taken it very seriously. It's been a huge part of my life, and the word preventative was mentioned about 15 times. So I think that is very, very important here, and that is something that we as athletes actually have had to do all our lives. And sometimes, you know, we worked in our life, all our life. I played tennis for 30 years of my life, and everything was a build-up to try and prevent ourselves from getting largely injured, where it doesn't, like, you know, threaten our careers. And so it's so good to actually see that you can have that same preventative also for internal medicine and not just for external medicine, which is what we have done. So I'm very happy to hear about that, obviously. For me, health has been, my body health has been challenging. I've had 3 surgeries myself, so I understand the kind of recovery that it takes, the kind of patience it takes to come back from those surgeries. 2 of my surgeries have been in Apollo Hospital in Hyderabad, actually. Both my knees. And honestly, I think that if we are able to somehow prevent things from happening, I think that is so much better than actually curing it. Because I've been through, like we were mentioning, I have been through those injuries, I have been through those, and it is very painful. It takes 6 months sometimes to come back. I had torn my ACL and it took me 8 months to come back, you know. So I rather have that prevented than cured. Having said that, I want to wish Apollo Spectra, and I want to say congratulations for this new unit of Apollo 1 that we are inaugurating today. I'm very excited. I almost felt like I wasn't walking into a hospital. It was almost like a hotel, which was very, very pleasant to see, because I think that the idea of hospitals is very different and it's changing, and I think private hospitals like this are changing it. So I was very pleasantly surprised to walk in here and see this. So it has been truly a really good experience for me. I want to, I don't have much else to say but congratulations, and I really hope that, you know, you guys have the success that you desire, and we are able to, just the way we've been able to come through in medicine for and such a long way, where we are able to have hospitals like this. I hope even with preventative care, we're able to, you know, have those kind of results. So congratulations, all the very best, and again, thank you for having me.
Miss Sania, it is an absolute privilege since you're such a great speaker as well. And we have a few more questions for you. And here's your mic. as you shared about your surgery experience, would you like to shed more light on when you went to Apollo and you had that treatment? Like, can you elaborate on that, how that treatment experience was related to the treatment? And I think there is a lot beyond treatment also that the team has to cater to, like your counseling in general.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
hear me? Yeah.
Please go on.
I think that for me, when I could have gone anywhere in the world to have the surgery. And at that point, I just found comfort over there because first of all, Apollo is right behind my house, so that is the first thing. But more than anything, I think the kind of warmth that you feel when you go into hospital, and I think comfort, warmth, and safety is what you want to feel when you enter a hospital. And that's what I felt, and that was the decision. And I was obviously very, very happy with the doctor at that point. And I was supposed to be at his son's engagement today, which I'm not making, but yeah, I had my other knee surgery with him as well, and I was very, very comfortable with it. And I think that a surgery is not just a physical pain that happens. There's so much mental trauma that happens, and especially as athletes, we go through yes, physical injuries, but a lot of the times people are not able to make a comeback because of the mental and emotional trauma that comes with it, because you have to trust your body again the same way, and it's your doctors and your team that really helps you do that. So I got that, and which is why I had another surgery there, but hopefully that was my last. I don't need any more. But yeah, and I think that's what I said, warmth and security is what you should and feel in a hospital, and that's what I do.
Thank you so much. I think that's the biggest compliment for our Apollo team. Yes, indeed. Recommended by you. And you have already, as you said, you've experienced so many different facilities across the world. You've seen the best in the world. What do you think is a differentiator for Apollo? Is there a differentiator that you see?
I think it's unfair to differentiate between hospitals because I think everybody's trying to provide care and trying to provide the care to the best of their abilities. I think it really depends on your comfort level, and I think it really depends on person to person as to what you feel and which doctor you're comfortable with and what is your requirement at that point. And obviously in an ideal world, if we can just prevent all of these things like what we're trying to do and what these great people are trying to achieve here, then we're not going to need any of those things and the surgeries. But yeah, there are some things that are not preventative, and there are some things that need cure, which is also there. So I think that it's tough to differentiate between hospitals. I think it just depends on what you really want for yourself.
Yes. So even I think that's also commendable, that there is no differentiation. You get that same international feel here in India, right?
You're doing a good job.
I hope so. I am in good company here. And I must say one more thing, that this is one thing that I feel is common between Sania Mirza and Apollo as a brand. They're both disruptors. So Sania Mirza disrupted the whole mindset of limiting beliefs around what women can do, what Indian female athletes can do, and she proved it by getting that ranking, that top ranking. And Apollo is also doing similar things in the healthcare department, specifically because what we want to change is the mindset of reactive healthcare to proactive healthcare. So do you think that mindset needs to change further, and what are the proactive measures that you take to keep your health in good shape?
Well, I think the most basic one is go for a walk outside. I think even normal people just struggle to do that, right? And I think that and sometimes my mom, I have to tell my mom, and I just go and walk for 45 minutes, you feel so much better. And yeah, that walk may not feel like anything when you're 30, 35, 40, but you're putting in an investment in your life for when you're 65, 70. And I think that's a very important, and I think for me, like I said, health care, taking care of my health, my well-being is one of the primary things of my job or what I've had to do. Because if I'm not healthy, I'm no good at tennis. So I have had to try to keep myself as healthy as possible. Even then I have been able to land myself up with 3 surgeries because that's the nature of my job, unfortunately. But we do everything in our power to stay at the best of health as possible, internally and externally. And whether that is going to the gym, whether that's getting checkups, whether that's getting, whether that's going to places like this and actually trying to find out that what can I do to avoid something. I mean, you have to do all of those things, and that kind of carries forward in different spaces in your life as well.
Thank you so much.
I said what you wanted me to say, right?
I just wanted to hear your heart out, and I think we have heard that. Thank you so much, everybody. Put your hands together for Sania Mirza. No scripts need to be provided to her. She's a candid speaker. And with that witty note, I'd like to now invite our next speaker. She had a calling in tennis, but today she is here as an ambassador of health. So that's a full circle of life. Our leadership and our wonderful celebrity guest, Sania Mirza. I'd like to thank our senior leadership.